Over in the Premier League, it's getting very, very nervy as both Manchester City and Liverpool both win. Who's going to come out on top? We'll talk about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video, this time looking forward to matchday number 31 in the 2018-2019 Premier League season, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related, whoa, football related, all here under one roof. Now, before we jump into matchday number 31, we're going to look back at matchday number 30, and I want to tell you now, we are not just doing matchday number 31 because it's also FA Cup weekend. I'm going to throw in 4 FA Cup ties as well because it is a condensed Premier League weekend. We'll get to that, but before then, let's take a look at matchday number 30. Now, obviously, Crystal Palace opened up their weekend up against Brighton, and they lost. That's right, the call of the M23 derby, and Brighton come out on top with a 2-1 win, folks. I actually saw it as a 2-0 win in favour of Crystal Palace because they were on a rich bit of form recently. Huddersfield took on Bournemouth, and again, they continued just the 1 win now out of 6 games. 2-0 loss for against Bournemouth, and that puts them into mid-table safety. Obviously, quite comfortable. Huddersfield look doomed at the moment, 14 points on the board. Actually saw it as a 2-1 win in favour of Bournemouth. Southampton took on Spurs. Spurs' form has gone off the rails. Haven't won in at least 4 games. 2-1 loss to Southampton. I saw it as a 2-1 win. Going the other way in favour of Spurs, so I got that one absolutely wrong. Cardiff up against West Ham. Well. Cardiff putting up a bit of a fight as the relegation crunch clash has come thick and fast. 2-0 win over the Hammers. Big win for them as they close in on maybe getting out of the bottom 3. 2 points adrift now. I actually saw this as well. 2-1 win in favour of Cardiff. Leicester City up against Fulham. Obviously, Fulham look doomed as well. I think 2 of the bottom 3 are secure. It's just that last spot. And that last spot could go to anybody, I think, 13 and down. Leicester City, though, picked up a 3-0 win. 3-1 win. I actually saw it as a 3-0 win. Rodgers gets his first home victory on the board. Newcastle United took on Everton, and they won as well. Newcastle seem a revamped side recently. And actually, that's only 2 defeats in the past 6 games for them. I actually saw it as a 3-1 win for the Tuna as well. So not too shabby, boys and girls. Not too shabby indeed. Manchester City took on Watford, and again, obviously continued their recent dominance. 6 wins on the spin now for Manchester City. I actually saw it as a 4-1 win. So just a 1 goal shy, but ultimately got it wrong. Liverpool got it right. So I got it right, but you know what I mean. Then we took on Liverpool, took on Burnley, and that ended as a 4-2 spanking in favour of Liverpool. Was that correct? I actually saw it as a 2-1 win in favour of Liverpool. So double it, and you got the right score. Chelsea took on Wolves, and that was a bit of a nervy 1-1 draw in the end. Wolves showing their class now, 7th in the table. They are just... it's a big old leap between the 7th and 6th, but they're doing incredible. The amount of points they've got this season. I actually saw it as a 3-2 win in favour of Chelsea. So I got that one wrong. And wrapping up the weekend, a big result for the Gunners. 2-0 winners over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United. It was always going to be difficult. I knew Man United were not going to win this game, but I thought they could come out with a draw. 2-2 in the end. Now here we go into match day number 31. Now, like I said, it is also FA Cup weekend, so it's a condensed Premier League fixtures. I also just chucked in the old FA Cup action as well. So anyway, West Ham United up against Huddersfield in the old Premier League. Difficult one to call this one for Huddersfield. They looked lost. West Ham looked decent, especially at home. They're a bit hot and cold. They seem to raise their game up against the big boys, but I still think they'll have enough against Huddersfield. 2-1 winners on Saturday, I think. Burnley up against Leicester City now. As much as I hate Burnley, 3 defeats on the spin for them now. They're on 17th in the spot at the moment, but they're up against Leicester City, who are obviously under new management, and they obviously are looking good at the moment with Brendan Rodgers. So I expect Leicester City to get something, but Burnley at home are difficult. Next up is Bournemouth up against Newcastle United. Bournemouth coming to this in 12th spot. Their form is indifferent. Won the last game, but before that, lost 4 of the past 5. Up against the Newcastle side, revamped. Difficult one, but I'm going to go with an away win on this one for the 2-1 winners in the end. And that win could push Newcastle into the top 11, and then they could be kicking on for a top 10 finish towards the end of the season. Fulham up against Liverpool now, bottom, 19th spot. Fulham lost the past 6 games on the road. Up against Liverpool, who have won 3 out of the past 6. There's a couple of draws sandwiched in between that. Realistically, though, you're going to go with the Liverpool away win, 3-0 winners, to put the pressure on Manchester City, because they are not playing this weekend. Luna is in the audience, listening in on me. And Everton up against Chelsea wrap up the Premier League fixtures this weekend. 11th place Everton, whose form book is absolutely woeful. They only won 1 out of the past 6. Up against a Chelsea side, who again have got some indifferent form, winning 3 of the past 6, but they're unbeaten in at least 3 because they drew the last game. But I see this as a, what do I see this as? I see this as a 1-1 draw. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one. Next up, into the FA Cup we go. It's Watford up against Crystal Palace. Luna is all excited about this one. She wants a Watford win, and that's what's going to happen, boys and girls. Watford in the Premier League, 8th. But this is FA Cup football, folks. It could go either way. It could go any way. It could go extra time. Could even go into penalties. But I see, Watford coming out on top with a 4-2 win over Crystal Palace to get themselves through to an FA Cup semi-final. This could be a glorious year for Watford. Got a soft spot for them myself. Swansea City, they only, it's actually one of 2 championship sides in the old FA Cup up against Manchester City. Obviously, top of the pops in the moment. Realistically, this is going to be a stone-cold away win. 4-0 winners. Manchester City will comfortably, could be even worse than that. It could be 6, maybe 6-0. Obviously, they put up some high numbers in the old Cup games before. Remember Burton? Was it 9-0? Something crazy like that. And then into the last 2 games of the FA Cup weekend. Wolves against Manchester United. This is a difficult one as well. Wolves, 7th spot. Manchester United are 5th in the old Premier League, but this is FA Cup football as well. I'm going to go with an away win on this one for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 3-1 win over Wolves at Molineux. It's going to be close. It's going to be like a 2, maybe 1-1, 45-minute mark. United will get maybe 2 late goals, and they'll get a second late goal, and then the heads will drop with Wolves, and then Manchester United come out on top. Next up, finally wrapping it up, is a crunch one here. One of these 2 teams is going to an FA Cup semi-final. It's either Millwall in the Championship, or it's Brighton Hove Albion, who will hit a rough patch in the old Premier League. Who is going to go to the semi-final? Well, to me, it's going to be a draw. I think a 2-2 draw. Millwall will be happy with that. If it does go to a replay, I'm not too sure if the replays exist nowadays. In the quarter-final stage of the FA Cup. If it doesn't go to a replay, I think Millwall will nick it 3-2 on the night. Well, that's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a good old thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things FA Cup related, Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related. We've got it all here under one roof. And also make sure you check out the description. Links to my other social media platforms are in the Twitter and Facebook and all that kind of good stuff. And before I let you get out of here, make sure you drop your own predictions down in the comment section below to tell me what you think will happen this weekend in the old Premier League and of course the FA Cup. And I'll be back again, same time, roughly, same place next weekend as we look forward to match day number 32 in the Premier League. Until then, thumbs up, subscribe. See you later. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.